Here we are, the beautiful map, January 1901. I would say that our finances are pretty strong at the moment. Tensions with Great Britain has dropped below the yellow threshold. This is both good and bad. Bad because we would rather have one nation at least above or into the yellow to make sure we don't get any budget reduction. But good because Great Britain isn't a nation we want to fight at this moment. I mean, I would say that the best time to fight Great Britain would be in a few years when our fleet has become even bigger and even more qualitatively stronger, while Great Britain is massively burdened by having a huge fleet, but it's low quality, I would say, and it's not going to massively divest of this old ship before the dreadnought era. So that is actually 3, 4, 5 years. That could be a good time to have a fight with Great Britain. I'm not saying we are seeking a fight with them, but if we get into a fight with them, that would be the ideal time. Another good time would be just as we are transitioning to dreadnoughts. Yes, Great Britain will probably start building dreadnoughts slightly before us, and we'll have a few more, but will be semi-burdened by its older ships. And also, if we build our dreadnoughts with slightly better technology, slightly heavier, then we have an important qualitative edge there. So in this game, post 1910, once 1915-ish, something like that, early in the dreadnought era, not quite super dreadnought because of tech slowdown, that could also be a good time. Anyone else I am comfortable taking on at any time. Yeah, Russia has the same size fleet as us, but we are friendly and they are in their own corner in the Baltic there and in the Far East, so they are not really an realistic opponent. Spain, too weak. US on the other side of the Atlantic. Japan in the Far East, not really our issue. Austria-Hungary, quite weak. So realistically, our opponents are France and Italy again, and eventually Great Britain. But it's ruled the waves free, baby, so things will not turn out as planned or expected. So, looking at our ships under construction, we can see that these two Sphaxes are coming online quite nicely, I would say. I would refit the last two as well, despite having created this template right before we got fire control. I don't feel like redoing that run. I don't want to have too many, what should I say, different types of refits lying about. It's just too much work with the fleet this size. So yeah, sorry, but you're not getting them. And we did refit them with only 141 aft turret, very lightly armored. So not really feeling that we should prioritize fire control for them anyway. Must be building in 4 months, yes. And I have actually assigned a oh, I did not. Okay, I fiddled around yesterday with a destroyer design that I felt was pretty okay, but it seems to have just gone AWOL. But this is it basically. Maybe I didn't. No, I didn't save it, of course, because then you can't look at it. Okay, that's why. Yeah. So here it is. It's not a destroyer, really. It's a minesweeper, right? But with the torpedo, so it stays a destroyer. Otherwise, it would be a corvette, and then it would be unbuildable because corvettes under 500, or is it 600 tons? That's not a thing. You can only build them during times of war. But this one has a gun and a torpedo, so you can actually say that it is a minesweeper. It's not the best minesweeper in the world, but at least I don't have to build it first and then convert it into a minesweeper. That would be very wasteful. So I will call this a DG 1901. Doesn't get a. Does it get a class name? Duranda. Yeah, okay. They all get cute little class names, I suppose. So does it need a class name? That will just, yeah, sure. Sure. So it has a short range. I guess it will never go into combat, so I guess it could have a low freeboard, but there is nothing much to be gained. And I avoid the cramped accommodations. I'm sort of a fear of it because of an early game I had with Germany where I built a lot of ships with cramped accommodation and I got blockaded and my unrest skyrocketed. So this is basically a minesweeper. It's not really a destroyer. We just say that it is a destroyer to satisfy the politicians. Okay, take 1 month. That's fine. So we push forward. Heavy secondary battery. There's been a lot of talk about that heavy secondary battery. I don't know how many heavy secondary battery events, but quite a few. Yeah. Anything interesting here? Germans are spending 10%. I think that is usually what the AI is doing. Speed of 22, yes. Fine. Top speed of 21. So yeah, one of the reasons why we are building 21 not heavy cruisers. Oh, Italy has invented 400-ton destroyers. Maybe we can steal that tech from them. Go to the build screen. How many turns? 3. We can wait. No commanders. An important ship. This is more important. Incompetent. Below average. Average disciplinarian. Yeah, why not? Assign the incompetent guy to this one. Suits him fine. Divisions. Looking okay, I think. No, turn. Wireless telegraphy. Tension changes. Remember, if you want to see all the, you can put it on for a turn or two. See how many messages we get. Not too exciting, I would say. Let the AI put commander on it. Yeah. Yeah, sure. Fleet rangefinder. Now I probably need to start building those destroyers. So build ship, 20 destroyers for 8 months. Yeah, that's fine. Someone will invent active mine warfare soon and start building lots of little ships with mines. So having minesweepers going forward would be nice. The reason I wasn't 100% sure if I should say yes to the fire control, that now I have basically one class building and then I have another class here. Okay, I can rebuild them. Okay, yeah, no worries. Think we get a little bit of prestige. What is your answer? Tiny text bug there. Think actually, let's view relations. Italy is allied to Spain, so if we could annoy Italy, we could get in a double war with both Italy and Spain, maybe. And Italy is already higher up, so it makes more sense. 6 feet with rangefinder. Okay. I realized we are not building dock size, so let's look at the Germany is 21, Britain is 24, US is 21. Okay, so we are good to go. And as I said, dreadnoughts come a little bit later, so we can start a run of docks next year. Okay, this is nice. Every little percentage helps. Yes, we got 1 prestige for building those destroyers. I think we lose at least 1 prestige, maybe more if we don't. I'm not sure if we lose that budget boost we got. I don't know. Haven't really been paying too much attention. I usually try to do whatever they say, but sometimes you get completely unrealistic things like build 10 cruisers. That is rarely doable. Will, this one is coming into play now. A turn. Loire, but I don't think we have any free named commanders. Brilliant. Let the AI do it. Yes. Yes. No. What the? Yeah, another speed freak. And again, if he was brilliant, then I might consider keeping him. But I don't know his skill level. He could be incompetent. So goodbye. Rate of fire is always good. Yeah. This is what we get. They are laying down a lot of ships. And they commission some ships and have rebuilt some ships. Yeah, we can just leave it on. Okay, now we are in positive. Do we have any ships needlessly on active status? Yes, everything that we have built up lately. These guys are definitely going back into mothball. These guys are good. I should have noticed that I was doing that. How many are on working up? I mean, every little penny counts. Nah, good is not that interesting. Let's just reserve them. Yes, that is the right call. Because now we can finish these two guys. Yes. Oil has been discovered in Yemen. Yemen, that is Great Britain. That's a good one. Above average and gunnery expert. Yeah, we don't have any corruption. We are a perfect society. I don't really want to lose him. He's a pretty good officer. But on the other hand, we could get gunnery research. So I suppose, yeah, take the research. Oh, wow. Okay. Anything interesting? Something officers laying down destroyers, commissioning destroyers, rebuilding some ships, that pension, research that coming in the pipeline. Yeah, fine. Nexter. Sure. Little progress. Surprise, surprise. Little progress on heavy secondary battery. Okay, okay. I get it. Yeah. I think that was the right call, building those minesweeper destroyers. And wireless telegraphy. Cool. It's not radio, but average, some tension. Tension going down. No. This is not good. Will not go well for our economy. I can guarantee we will get one or more of those evil politicians voting to reduce spending. Okay, this is done. These two are done. This is ready. Orient, 6 ships coming along quite nicely. Only one heavy cruiser building. Fortunately, Germany only has 13, so we won't get that event where the game tells us that the politicians are angry because we have the least cruisers. Good thing. Light cruisers, I think we are definitely competitive. Only Great Britain comes close, and they have a lot of crappy ones. But Italy could be interesting to have a fight with Italy again. They have rebuilt quite nicely. They must have used their budget very cleverly. Now we are far ahead of Russia and Germany in terms of budget. Famous last words. Still lagging way behind Britain, of course. Okay, let's press on. Finished working up, finished reconstruction, riveting. Oh, gods. Nothing to see here. What? It's getting delayed and delayed and delayed. It's never finishing. Let's get reserve. Save. Click. Sure. Finally. 21 knots, same as our new cruisers. 8-inch, 6-inch, 3-inch, pretty standard for a German. Decent armor, but not quite as good as ours. Because ours are bigger and better. Yeah, nothing interesting here. No. Okay. This guy in. We probably don't have any above average aggressive. Okay, yeah, sure. Okay, so looking at our cruiser force, we now have ranked top to bottom 4 divisions of heavy cruisers that are modern. Although I must point out that the first 2 were built using starting armor. This one probably has Harvey. This is the only one with Krupp, if I remember correctly. So these 2 are pretty good. These 2 are better than many of the AI's cruiser, but they are not as good as you might think. Yeah. And then we have these guys that I have considered converting into light cruisers. If you remember me talking about that, but with every passing month, I feel that that is less and less viable. They are still way better than many of the AI's cruisers. I think I can contribute a lot of our early success to having these guys, and also some of the light cruisers we got pretty good. I feel that we need to build a batch of 22 knot light cruisers, but I haven't found the budget for it yet. And then we have these guys in mothball, basically. This one needs to go to mothball, this one as well. They were basically too good to let go with their inherent 22 knot speed. So I would say, massively upgraded their armament. At least I feel that way. And we have these 7 that I use as foreign station ship, although this one, yeah. But maybe if I get more colonies in the future, it can come in handy. So I don't need any more heavy cruisers at this time. Good use for additional light cruisers. But my battle line is, I would say, deceptively strong, but it's not that strong compared to the AI nations. I only have these 10 ships plus 6 coming, so 16 decent battleships. These guys The mothball guys, I only keep them for blockade value. In future wars, once these guys are finished, I will not, I think, bring them to battle. They will probably be put on trade protection to avoid them appearing in battles, actually. Yeah, very likely. But you can now see that we have something of a surplus. So the question is what to build now. I do want to do some additional refits, but I don't want to sort of overburden the building queue with only rebuilds. We did, however, get a 400-ton destroyer design, so let me look at that for 1 second. Hello and welcome back to Ruler Waves 3, playing as France, starting 1890. We are now in 1901, and we are busy expanding and refitting our fleet to sort of make it through that last stage of the pre-dreadnought era. We are playing on 80% tech, so don't expect to see large dreadnought fleets being fielded in a few years to come. Maybe around 1910, major navies will be fully transitioning into a more modern fleet system. So we can't just stop building ships now. We have to plan for the next 10 years and for the transition. So let's jump back in. I could not, in fact, build even a 400-ton destroyer that looks anything like useful. So I have returned to the Isley design that we did earlier and updated it for 1901. So I have crammed in some mildly splinter protected 6-inch guns, as many as I can have visuals for. It's a little bit cramped, but okay. And casemated 4-inch guns in along the side of the hull there. 7-inch main battery, of course, so it's well protected to try to not get flash fired. Maybe it's excessive, I don't know. Oops, 6 and 2.5, no, fine. Cannot have any heavier belt with 7-inch guns, or this turns into a heavy cruiser. So let us save this one. Should be ready in a month, only a 10% change. So let's move forward. Yeah, why not? In destroyers. Go to the build screen. Isley. Now we have 2 of those building. Not building a heavy cruiser at the moment. We have a lot of active ships now. Everything is working up. Everything can go right into mothball. Mothball. Maybe I should do another rebuild. I have these 2. They have 1 knot less speed, so I should probably put them in their own division. Yes, they are slowing them down. So definitely So I could do a rangefinder and I could do the guns. 60 normal guns. Casemate about 10. I could delete these turrets. Could add in that broadside torpedo mount. Update the visuals a little bit. A little bit of turret armor. Too much. Oh. Okay. Yeah, why not? Is it worth it? I don't know, but we are committed to this now, so. And then we have this other Admiral, the Seal. Same treatment. It's slightly smaller, so see what happens. Casemate 160. Delete these turrets. Torpedoes. Nah, okay, it's lighter, so it can have one torpedo. That can be the sort of the difference. Auto place, looking good enough. Yeah, sure. Waste of money, maybe. But I would say that they are so much slower. But I'm gonna stick them in a separate division. Kind of fits, I suppose. I'm even thinking that this one belongs here now. That we can even consider doing the same for that one. They only need one rangefinder. Yeah. Okay. Again, probably a waste of money, but I'm committed to this upgrade path now. The politicians and the high admirals have kind of decided that this is how it's going to be. Yeah. Short break. No, one more turn until we reach 1902. So, the last destroyer. Okay, this is a prestige and tension. Nothing. Tension reduction. I mean, we have to do something. We can't have tension bottoming out like that. Good, good, good. Okay, here I will take a short break. So break's over. Yeah. This one can go straight into mothball. This can go straight into reserve. It was already fair. Are rebuilding these ships. Not sure if it's the correct investment or not, but we have some wiggle room in the budget. Famous last words. Let's get another round of docks building. Because Great Britain is also at 25 now, so yeah, that's the right thing to do. Anything else I should be considering? Yeah, we have several ships that need. All of these could have better fire control, so there is no shortage of quick little fire control updates to come. And also, we have a lot of ships with that little obsolescent O. So I guess more refits are incoming. Yeah. Oh, stretching there. But let's rebuild these three first. So we also need to get two more of these isleys going, so we'll see. Okay, can we find a decent commander? Above average, but poor ship handler? Sure. Nothing here. Whatever. About divisions, doing fine. Okay, save. Burn. So, lots of destroyers getting laid down. Yeah, in case you wonder why am I putting a little B or CL in front of that's because I find it very convenient to be able to sort by class. And if I put the prefixes in there, that makes a lot more sense. Otherwise, sorting by class doesn't really mean anything. So, lots of destroyers. There is an alliance between. Oh, that's us. Yeah, that's us. Tension increases between US and Spain. Okay, it's at 6, so that's something. Maybe they can get so annoyed that the US-Spain war finally kicks off, and I can grab some colonies. That is always a very big difference between an 1890 start and a 1900 start, because with a 1900 start, Germany has this and this, US have these, Cuba is free, I think. So that is a somewhat significant difference. The light cruiser. The freedom of the seas, blah, 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 blah. Italy, of course. Finally, the heavy secondary battery. So this is mostly relevant, I would say, for 3 dreadnoughts, because now I can have secondary guns heavier than 8 inches. sure what a reliable pendulum mechanism even is, or what category it is in. These guys already have bigger than 8 inches, but I think that's just the singles. So now we could, in theory, build a battleship with sort of twin guns that are bigger than 8. So open design. I mean, we could go 10 inches, but none of our weapons are quality -1. None of the big guns. Despite 10 years of research in guns on high, yeah, that's another pet peeve of mine. The absolute lack of insight and control over gun development. So, feels like 10 years, 12 years of wasted effort. I had like 1 gun improvement, so yeah, whatever. So turn, Cuba, finish reconstruction. Yeah, let's get rid of him. Poor ship handler, average, nothing to. But at least we know his skill and his issues, so we can make an informed decision. Better armor piercing, that is good. Is that the bonus tech France gets? If so, then we may be looking at another breakthrough soon. You get one of those armor piercing techs for free. So, into mothball again. Now it feels weird to have spent money just to mothball ships, but yeah. Okay, I think we will start with rebuilding these two. Yeah, that's very cheap. Let's give them some fire control. Uh, uh, ooh. I guess. I mean, case-mated 4-inch guns. They are relatively quick firing, but it's case-mates and less range, so probably gonna shoot less than the 6-inch. And anyway, they are less important, so. Ah, never mind. You don't have to have a spacious accommodations. Definitely not. That's better. Ooh. Yeah. Still positive. Let's get a couple of those isleys going before we forget. Will take a little while to rebuild everything, but we'll get there. Let's. Fine. Commander, do we have any useful ones? Brilliant. Average will do. CL is not important. Nothing important. Working up. Mothball. One is repairing and costing me a lot because of it. Bad. Yeah, now we can see that all our starting ships are starting to lose speed. And they are also getting the obsolescent mark. We could sort them by year. Oh, really wish there was an option to sort of auto assign for light cruisers. 12 inch, 6 inch, 3 inch, 19 knots, decent protection. Yeah, I feel like we've seen this before, but it is clearly an improvement. I mean, 12 inch -2 ain't hitting very often, and 6 casemated guns to each side. Also not very impressive. 3 inches, 3 inch, it will just bounce off any armor. No, not very impressed. Tension is high between US and Spain. Okay, this is good because we're allied to US and Spain is allied to Italy and we'd like for something to happen, so we'll take a hard line. Weight savings, cool. No idea what category this is. Should have said hull or engine or whatever. Coastal submarine, I can sort of guess what that is. I think if nothing major happens, we can just push forward through this year and then end the episode. Okay. One more turn to rebuild. 2 12-inch, 12 8-inch, 12 4-inch. Heavy. Okay, I actually like this better. It kind of reminds me of my own battleship. That's 19 knots. But you can see we have the same side turrets. I have 4 11-inch, they have 2 12-inch. I have 6-inch instead of their 12-inch, and I have better protection. So, yeah. But this is a much smaller vessel, cheaper, so it's not a bad vessel. Not super good, but it's not bad. Okay, this one was probably delayed. Italy is spending 10%, not a surprise. We are close to 400,000 in yearly budget. I think that's pretty competitive. Ooh, the gap with Great Britain has never been so small. Yes, we're actually building kind of more than them. No, comparable. Guess we will have to try to get that 400-ton destroyer going soon as well. We bulge these guys. They are never going to go very fast. conning tower? No. This is not horrible. It will be very slow. It's already losing speed, so it will eventually drop all the way down to 17. But these are doing foreign station, and I'm thinking if they get intercepted, then they definitely have a chance of staying alive through sheer firepower. Five base mate, so I don't have to do the graphics. $14. We could just not do that. Too many tertiaries. Okay, yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Didn't like that. No. 10 is the max. No. Okay, I guess this is it then. Has 4 6-inch guns, 8 5-inch guns, 12 4-inch guns. It's gonna be slow, but you know, as torpedoes, it has 24 guns for a very low price as well. The problem is that when I do this, I take it out of foreign service. So no, but it still says okay. Still says okay. Now we are down. Okay, fair enough. Let's put this fax on foreign station. That's just too little. This little corvette here. The light cruiser. Loire. Captain Evenard is brilliant. Wow. And he's not assigned to anything, so let's try to get him somewhere. And we have a brilliant rear admiral as well. Cool. Cool. These are just working up from rebuild, but fair, that is good enough. So reserve. Have a couple here on active. Reserve. No foreign stations. Okay. Yeah, my little trick didn't work for long. And this guy. What? Reduce arms expenditure? That is insane. Can't have any of that. But we can get extra tension. That is good. Medium wing turrets. I'm looking forward to finding out what this reliable pendulum is. Tension with Italy reduced because of war, so yeah. Feels so long ago, the war with Germany, but it's not that long ago, actually. Okay, so these. Should we be preparing a new batch of battleships? We will have 10 plus 6, 16. That is enough for 4 ship, but we could have 4, 5 ships. So yeah, definitely should be thinking about that. Because these are coming out soon and need to have something in the pipeline. We don't have any useful guns. Does Germany have better 9-inch guns? Austria-Hungary? No? US? Great. Build this in the US. That was a trick you could use previously. Actually build them in the US and have 9-inch side turrets -1 and -1 quality 11-inch guns. A kind of funny idea. You would have to go to 22,000 tons. Not really helping us much though. No, no, no. I think I'm just overall happy with the entire thing. Yeah. Some extra space, maybe. Oh, I managed to build that one without a name. Not actually a problem, but Trident could edit the files, save files, and the ship design file, but I don't know. It's not important. It's the B that's important. Just a commander. Ah, good work. Power rammers. Is that rate of fire, I think? Yeah. Turret. Yeah. Oh, pretty advanced. Now we can put this on low. Put this to medium instead. Ah, now we don't have to build those 400-ton destroyers. Genius. Absolute genius. Not right away now. Mm, use ammo. Yeah, I think this is it. It has 2 torpedoes. It has a decent gun armament. None of those 2-inch guns with no range and no power. This doesn't have a penetration, but it's still way better than 2-inch guns. Not fast, but it doesn't need to be fast because the rest of my fleet isn't going anywhere. And it also isn't going to sort of chase down enemy capital ships or anything of that sort. I think this is as good as it gets. Musket, yeah, whatever. These will eventually also be turned into minesweepers. Yeah. What? Now I get the center line thing. Too good to be true. No. Try something else. Let's do a single torpedo then. This is allowed, but then I cannot get better speed. No. Yeah, but okay. I can live with a 10% reduction. I know weird looking, but looks silly, but no, 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 no. No actual text though. Go to the build screen, yes. Build a batch of 5. Push on into the next year. And now we get these. Yeah. Oh, Japan is also upset with Spain, so yes. Side drum, early submarine, mine warfare, blah blah blah. So, say. So thanks for watching. 1902, 1903 now. So we played 1901, 1902. Yeah. So anyway, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.